My name is Alexander Baralle, and I'm French from Paris, and I'm studying at University Pierre and Marie Curie in chemistry. My university is in the center of Paris, really close to Châtelet or Le Louvre, and it's a good level for university for France. Maybe the first university in France. I could choose catalysis or radical reactions, so I chose radical reactions. And the topic is to increase some yield of reaction existing for industry. For example, if you use in a reaction some metal, this is difficult to treat them because it's polluting and it's not so good. And you have to use a lot of energy. So this is not a green process. The interest of radical chemistry, especially in this laboratory, is to use only UV lamps, so the light of the sun, and work at room temperature. So you don't have to use energy to heat everything, to do greener chemistry. So topic is to do chemistry, but as green as possible. I stayed for 4 months, and I will leave in 1 month. Osaka is a big town. Tokyo is the first town of Japan, Osaka the second one, but Tokyo is very, very big. So maybe you cannot interact with everybody, it could be difficult, and there is a lot of stress. But in Osaka, it's the second town of the country, it's a big town, but people are so quiet, and so it's very easy to interact with people. So I think it's a good town, really good town. And we are not in Osaka, we are in Sakai. So this is a little bit quiet, more quiet than Osaka. And if you want to have fun, you can take the Midosushi line, and very easy to have fun. So that's a perfect place. I think, I didn't go to Tokyo, but I think Kansai is the best part of Japan. Yes. I prefer nightlife in Japan than in France. Yeah, because it's safer, and everybody respects everybody. So there is no problem. You cannot have problem going in and try last night in Japan. Japan students work a lot and only think about working. In France, this is very different because you think about working every time. But at the end of the week, you have more fun. It's easier in Paris to go out after university, but maybe because we have more class and we are less in laboratory. Students in Japan are every time in laboratory, especially after B3. So this is difficult and this is harder to go out, I think. My advice would be try to speak English, even if it's the minimum. Don't be afraid to speak. I don't speak English very well. I'm French, and I never go out from France since going in Japan. But don't be afraid to speak in English, even if it's bad. If you do the effort to speak, people will hear you and will take care of you. Don't worry about that. Especially for PhD students, because everything is in English. And when you are in you are a PhD student, you have to go in foreign country to show your work, to explain it to other people. And everybody speak English, no matter the country where they come from. Everybody speak English. In science, English is the international language. Best way for speaking English, I think, is not going to class, or you can go to class, of course. But a good exercise is to watch American drama. House is a little bit difficult. Don't start with House. start with Lost. Lost is okay. Really, it's a perfect example because the character speaks slowly and it's a very easy vocabulary. So Lost is a perfect example. Then you can try Heroes, it's easy too. First starting with subtitles. You can use Japan subtitles at first. Then English subtitles, but every time in original version, so in English. You have to listen it in English. Read the subtitles in Japanese first, then in English, and when you are ready, remove the subtitles and just look the drama and listen it. I did that like that, and my English is coming from this kind of method. My dream is to go to PhD process, and if possible, I would like to try to come back to Japan and do my PhD between Japan and France. Some programs of exchange of students exist, so you can work 6 months in France, 6 months in Japan during 3 years, and so learn different culture, different chemistry. That's very, very interesting. So I would like to thank you, to say thank you to my laboratory and to Liu Sensei, who accept me in this program and permit me to discover Japan. That was very important for me before coming, and I have no regrets to come to Japan. It's a nice place to work, nice place to live, and in France, everybody thinks Japan is Japan. That's not true. Everybody in Japan is very open-minded and say, you're a foreigner, speaking English with us, and something like that. That's very interesting. Yeah.